What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Charting Crypto live stream. How's everyone doing today? Let me know if I'm coming in clear. Did my first of the family Christmases today, so that's why I wasn't super active on the Discord or posting videos today, but we're gonna do a live stream tonight. Lots of coins to look at, lots of requests in the Discord channel. Okay, so let's just dive into it, man. We're gonna be looking at BTC here, similar to every other time I've charted it. Right now I'm still waiting for that second buy to print on the WTX. Each one of these buy signals has called the bottom every time except this current one, which was back in June. It printed a buy signal and it has not validated that these are accurate. So I'm gonna be waiting for that double buy signal, just like we had the double top here for BTC. I'm gonna see if we get a double bottom for on the WTX, and that's where I'm gonna be putting the rest of my dry powder back into the market when the WTX prints another buy signal. You can see the RSI is extremely low. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. So we actually had this extended what was that? We copied this extended bottom, or not extended, the bottom from 2018 and placed it where we're currently at here. This box right here is the general time frame of a bear market, which we are still in. We're still in the technical, I guess you can say technical length of a bear market. I mean, it could technically be longer than 370 days. It's just a rough estimate. But as of right now, we're getting pretty close to the end of that. And I still think we're gonna be seeing that capitulation down to around 13.5, 13K, 14.5 area for BTC, which would be this main support right here, which would be pretty much the top of the last of the 2018 top. And then we would have to assess the situation at that point, but we're getting very, very close. I think the bottom's be coming here towards the end of December. I know there's a lot of people think it's going to extend longer than that, which very well could, but all the technicals and stuff is kind of looking like it's going to be towards the end of December. Each one of these candles is a week long. We're looking at the week long time frame right here. So yeah, let's just jump into some coins. First thing first, always got to chart my quant. So what has quant been up to? I know we saw a decent sized retracement on quant last time we charted it. I was talking about bouncing off the 236, back testing the 382 and the continuation. That seems to be the case. We're still playing out for quant just like I drew it. I mean, if I just drag this over a little bit, you can see it's playing out exactly like that. Bounced off the 382, retracing back down to the 382, and then we'll see that pump up here. That actually still validates this bullish movement that quant has, putting in higher lows. So we're back testing this 382 as support right now. All the indicators are looking fantastic. WTX is below zero, RSI is low, MACD, let's zoom in on the MACD. I don't know why it gets so small like that. I have to adjust it every single time, but here we are. MACD is about ready to flip bullish, I believe. Yeah, it's about ready to flip bullish as well. So we're gonna be seeing, I think we're gonna be seeing another upside move for quant. We're gonna be putting in another high pretty soon. So 382, we saw the bounce, we're currently bouncing off of it. And I think a continuation up to put in another high and continue this general upwards pattern from November 22nd will continue for quant. I don't think we're going to be putting in another low for quant, or I mean, go back down to 100 until BTC makes its last capitulation, which I believe is going to be towards the end of December. But as of right now, it seems like we're following this quant prediction, bouncing off the 382. And I think the next moves will be blasting through this resistance at the 236 and working our way up towards another high to continue this upwards growth on quant. So keep an eye on that movement for quant. That'll be approximately an 11%. Even if we break above that, 11 to 18% move for quant here, and I believe the coming week or so. I mean, each one of these is 4 hours, so yeah, it'd be towards the middle of the week would be reaching up the $135 $140 quant. So if you've been a part of the Discord, you know we've been kind of talking about long and short and coins a lot lately. Has kind of been the main theme of the Discord lately, and we've been making some pretty good profits on it. The main two that we were talking about last week was BNK and YFII, so we'll be looking at those tonight as well. I got a lot of requests in the Discord, so let me go to those requests. Yeah, I got a lot of requests in here. Dang, been a while. So let's look at YFII. This is the one I'm currently longing right now. I'm up pretty decent on it. So YFI, actually we're gonna go to the Mech C one because that's the one that I'm actually looking at. YFI perpetual. So YFI on the 4 hour. Why I was so bullish on YFI is you can clearly see this is a bullish pennant going on right here. It's been going on for quite a while, and we got right to the peak of the bullish pennant before we saw that move to the upside. We actually wicked past the 382, and it looks like we're currently coming back down to test this 14.6. So my liquidation price is all the way down here. So hopefully we don't see a capitulation down to the 1618. Hopefully this is a bounce and a continuation higher for YFII. I still think we're to be seeing some upwards movement for YFI. You can see the WTX is low, RSI is pretty low, and the MACD it's still bearish, but we're very close to flipping bullish on the MACD as well. So if I extend this down further to the bottom, actually I'll retrace, or I'll redraw it. We'll go from the bottom to the top and see what's going on here. So bottom to top, you can see we wicked right up to the 382, got rejected, and we just broke below the 0.5 right now. So if that's the case, and we go by these fib areas, it's saying it will kind of wants to go down to around 13.86. I don't think that's going to be the case here. We saw this breakout out of this bullish pennant. I think what we're going to be seeing is a move up to the 382 once again. I mean, if we go to the 1 hour chart and take a look, indicators are starting to retrace. So I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down to around 1430 for YFI, and then a chance for another run up from here. So something like this for YFI here in the short term, that would actually be beneficial because all the indicators would cool down. You can see we do run in the overbought quite a bit. I mean, back here when we had this huge run up on YFI, we were in the overbought territory in the RSI for quite a while, and the WTX was just printing sell, but we continued higher. And I think that might be the case here for YFI in the short term. Yeah, we're starting to see a cool down from the pump that we had today, but I do think we will be seeing another leg up for YFI. So that really wasn't much of a breakout from a bullish pennant. And if we just draw a general, oh, it actually looks like we might be bouncing right here on YFI. So this uptrend's been holding up since December 22nd, I guess you could say. Looks like we might be a capitulation down to around that 1475, and then a continuation up here from YFI. So let's just keep an eye on that. I'm still long on it. I don't plan on exiting. I think we're going to be seeing a really large move on YFI pretty soon. So Jasmine, please, so bullish on this coin with 94% in supply. Let's check out Jasmine. So Jasmine's up 1.4% at 003. People keep saying the circulating supply is wrong, so I'm going to go with that, even though it says there's only 14.7 billion in circulation. Other people saying that there's like 94%, similar to on the chat right there. So we're having a decent sized movement up here. I mean, 1.4%, 003. Let's take a look at Jasmine. Which one? Holy crap. What is going on there? I don't like this chart. We're gonna look for a different one. There we go. Here we are. Remove some drawings from here, and let's just take a general look at Jasmine. We're on the 1 hour right now. If you just look at the indicators, RSI is up at 54, WTX is above 0, and the MACD is just bopping around at a neutral zone at around 0 as well. So we've been consolidating on Jasmine, it looks like since December 7th, pretty much been the same price. If we just take a general look, we had the huge capitulation all the way down on November 10th. What was this? Yeah, November 10th. But we've been having this decent uptrend since. So we've been having, yeah, decent size uptrend since. Very gradual, but it's an uptrend nonetheless. Let's jump over the 4 hour chart and chart this thing. All right, so on the larger fib right now for Jasmine, we're having a, well, I guess we're not having a difficult time getting over the 618. That's what we're currently going to be battle testing right now. Let me actually fix this fib so it's at the top. You can see we've already tested it once. We wicked to it twice, so we're currently still in an uptrend there. So I think we're to be testing around 0038 here on Jasmy. And if we do break above it, we could be seeing another large movement up, because you can see the previous times when we broke over the 618, similar to right here, we saw a large move up. We broke above the 618 right here. We saw a large move up. We broke above the 618 right here. We saw a large move up. Broke above the 618 here, saw a large move up. These times right here when we broke above the 618, we did not move up. But more often than not, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compared to 1, 2, 3. It looks more often than not that there is a large movement once you break above the 618. So the current price you need to keep an eye on for Jasmy is 0038. If we break above that, the next stop will be 00410. And once we get up there, we'll have to assess the situation. MACD's still ripping bullish. RSI is low. We have a ton of room to run. We do have a buy signal right here back on the 8th of December, and we're still working our way up on the WTX. So you guys still have a ton of juice here to continue higher on Jasmy. So let's keep an eye on breaking the 618 here at 38, and then you'll see another large movement up to this resistance area at 004. So from where we're currently at, that would be a 6% move. And I think what would happen is we probably back test the 78 or 618 as support and then continue up, something like that for Jasmy. So Jasmy's looking pretty good. We're continually putting in higher lows, and that's bullish. So this is kind of what I'm looking for Jasmy right now. Short-term time frame on the 1 hour chart, same thing. Keep an eye on 338. This is what we have to break right here. We have to break above that. If the 618 starts rejecting us, then unfortunately this uptrend will be broken. But I think you have enough momentum here to break through that 618 on this next attempt. So let's keep an eye on that 618. That's gonna be the storyteller. But I guess if I had to choose, I'd be bullish on Jasmy right now in the short term. So I'm gonna start doing some requests from the Discord right now. One of them was from Chef. Osmosis up 15.7% at $1.05, 1 billion max supply, with about half of it in circulation and a total supply of 325 million. So about half the coins in circulation, about a $500 million market cap. All-time high on this was 11.25 9 months ago. All-time low was 6 months ago at 68 cents. This coin's currently available on the following exchanges down here. It's probably available on some other exchanges besides this, but let's take a look at it. Yeah, it looks like it's available on Binance, it's available on BitGet, CoinX. Wow, look at that wick. Holy shit. 126 shot all the way up to 510. That is a scam wick right there, guys. People are probably shorting the shit out of this, and this thing just took off. As of right now, it looks like we're starting to descend. You can see the MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is overbought. We did not print a sell signal on the WTX. The WTX is pretty much neutral at 0. I don't know if you can long and short this coin, but this might be a very good shorting opportunity. Let's just look at the 4 hour real quick. 4 hour looks like it got listed on Binance on October 28th. Yeah, I don't see how this uptrend is going to be sustainable. So I'm gonna be calling a retracement right here. I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can draw on this. Let's see if we go back to the 1 hour. There's probably a little bit more data we can use. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore the scam wick. I'm gonna go bottom the top right here, and we're gonna zoom in and take a little bit of a closer look. So as of right now, we just broke below the 618. So the next stop is going to be 97. We break below 97. You do have a main support here at 92. But if we continue this downtrend, we do break the support at 92. The next stop is the 1618 at 65. This thing hasn't had very large capitulations. I mean, you can see there was a wick all the way down here to 887. So this thing does like throwing wicks out. So that's just something I'd be considerate of. We did have this huge run up right here, and I just don't see it being sustainable with the way that this coin has been working since its entirety on Binance. So short term right now, I think we're to head down to 786. Work our way down on this main support, and then we have to keep an eye at 92. We break below 92, we could start seeing a mass sell-off because there's probably a lot of people that got in here, probably saw the coin pumping, bought in, and they're like, oh yeah, well, this coin's going, I'm gonna make money. And once they start seeing it retrace, they're gonna start selling, and that's gonna push the price down really, really fast. And that's what causes a capitulation. So short term for Osmos, that's kind of what I'm looking for, is this gradual downtrend to the main support at 92. We break below 92. That's going to be that really fast capitulation to the 1618 at 65. And the lowest this coin has ever been was 68. So there's a good chance we might be reaching another low here. Yeah, and that 68 was, oh, where was that 68? Doesn't show it on here. Let's see if there's a chart that has a little bit more data. No, not there either. Probably have to go to the shit charts all the way on Uniswap. I don't want to use that. Okay, so we went over Osmo. So we have Gala. So I did a brief BTC analysis at the beginning, but after Gala, we can dive into it a little bit deeper on the short-term time frames. But yeah, so Gala right now is down 0.3% at 0.25. All-time high in Gala was 82 at the top of the bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago. Ton of scribbles there. So Gala right now, kind of like the couple coins that we charted at the beginning, are still bullish, putting in higher lows. I'm actually gonna, there's a bunch of gaps in here, it looks like. I don't know, we can still use this. So you can see with Gala, we are still putting in higher lows here. We're actually gonna ignore the scam wick. Put one in here, put one in here. And each one of these are at a support level. You can see there's a main support right here. There's a main support right here, main support. And we're bouncing off those main supports. So as of right now, we're currently consolidating. So I'd be keeping an eye on the main support bounce at around 0 or about 2.5. That's without me drawing any fibs on it. Let's go to the 4 hour real quick and let me draw some fibs on this. I think we're going to try that scam wick and see what's going on there. Yeah, that scam wick's valid right now. So as of right now, we're consolidating between the 0.5 and 618 area. MACD, you can see, is pretty much stagnant at 0. Yes, we're just a little bit bearish, but we're pretty much neutral. We're neutral on the RSI. The RSI is almost at 50. WTX is just below 0. So if we do continue this pattern right here, most likely we'll see a bounce off the 618 for continuation higher. So what I'm going to kind of look for is a bounce off the 618 at 0025, and then a push up to around the 236 right here at 27. Yo, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting me in a bear market. It's tough time for us YouTubers who do crypto during a bear market. Yeah, so Gala's actually looking pretty good right now. I can definitely see some upwards momentum. If we just take a general look though, we haven't been printing sell signals on the WTX. I mean, the last one was October 31st, but since then we had that huge capitulation, and we've pretty much been consolidating. I mean, look at the price has pretty much been the same for a while here with this gradual uptrend. So we're kind of starting to gain some upwards momentum now, and I think this bounce off the 786 will push us to another high, possibly up to the 236 with a wick up to around 028. So Gala's looking pretty good. I don't see us breaking below that 618 is what I'm trying to say. And that 618 is at 002 or 025. One thing I want to look at here real quick. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we're nearing the peak of this consolidation. So an upwards movement could definitely be the case, similar to every time we've gone to a peak, because you can see we have some downwards consolidation right here as well. And as soon as we got squeezed against As soon as we got squeezed at the tip of this triangle, we exploded upwards on this previous time. So we're at the tip of the triangle right now. So there's a good chance we could be seeing some large upwards movement for Gali here in the short term. It looks like this is the 4-hour candle. So it's got to decide by the next 2 candles, I'd have to believe. And then we'll see that large upwards movement to possibly the negative 236 at around 0.29 to 3 cents. It's not going to be a straight candle. You can see these are little candles, but nonetheless, it was a decent sized movement. So I think Gala's about ready for a breakout to the upside. Howdy, beanbag. So time, yes, we will definitely check out time. So time is down 1.5% at 63.93. I like this coin due to the low circulating max supply. All the coins are in circulation and the market cap is ridiculously low. It's a good one to long and short as well because of the volatility. All-time high is 569 11 months ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 37 cents. Shows you the power of diamond hands. If you would have bought 2 years ago and held on, you'd be up 16,000% in a bear market right now. This is as the price is right now. You'd be up 16,000%. Imagine what that percentage would be when I was at 569. Okay, which one did I normally look at? I think it was this one right here. Yes. So I was charting time for quite a while, and we were charting it right here saying, hey, if we fell below 52, we'd be bearish. And we had this big capitulation right here, which fell below 52 down to around 37, and this huge step up pattern from there, which this step up pattern is very similar to the step up pattern from June. You can see we had a step here, then the step up, and the step here, the step up, and then the downtrend. You can see right here we had the step up, sideways, step up, sideways, step up, and then the downtrend once again. So, and the secondary pump. So we're currently like right here right now if we're repeating the exact same pattern. But hopefully we're not repeating the exact same scenario, because otherwise there's a long period of just boringness for time. But history doesn't repeat, it just rhymes. So short term right now for time, let's dive into that. We're at a main support area. Actually, we're not actually at the main support area. We're working our way towards the main support area. The main support area for time's at 59.15. So there's a good chance we might be seeing a bounce off that point. But as of right now, we are in a downtrend. You can see we are putting in lower lows and lower highs. RSI is extremely low. WTX hasn't printed a buy signal yet, but we're pretty much in the green area. MACD is just stagnant sideways as well. So we're actually going to go, hang on, let me draw a fib really quick. I was going to go to the 1 hour, but let me just draw this large fib here. Let's get a general idea. Okay. Let's go to the 1 hour real quick, and then we'll jump back to the 4 hour. So as of right now for Chronotech, you can see on the 1 hour chart, this was a support right here. This was a support at 64.95. We did break that. We're currently just consolidating at this general area. If we do break below $63, it could be a heavy drop down to around 54.16. That is going to be your next support, is the negative 236. 1 hour chart, though, is looking super bullish. You can see it did print a buy signal. We are oversold on the RSI, and the MACD is still just stagnant sideways. So if we get a bounce off here, if we get a bounce off that 63, there could be a good chance we could see another step up. So we stepped up, and now we're currently stepping down. So you can see we had that step up pattern like I talked about over here, and now we're starting to step down. We have the step down, step up, step down, and each one of these steps is getting smaller and smaller. So I'd be looking for that drop down to the negative 236 around 54, and then that run up to this resistance area at 81 for a continuation of this downtrend right here. In the short term, I don't see any heavy or any large movement per se, any large upwards movement similar to this. As of right now, I think we're to be slowly doing the step down until everything's completely oversold, which we are currently at. I mean, we are currently there. So one of these capitulations downwards is going to be the catalyst that pushes us higher. But you can see this was a pretty large capitulation that launched us up here. So I'd be looking out for when you start seeing a heavy capitulation, that usually initiates the pump up. You capitulate and then you run. I would say about 85 to 90% of the time. So I'm going to be, even though the indicators are showing bullishness on time, We did break that support. So in the short term, I'd be calling around a 50, what is this? Around $53 to $54. And then that could be the launch point for another high for time. That's on the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 4 hour chart real quick. Yep, I charted Quant. It was the second coin. Okay, so the 4 hour chart tells us a little bit of a different story, but it's going to be kind of similar. So let's just zoom in here, get a closer look at it. So as of right now in the short term on the 4 hour chart, you can see we're hovering around that $62, $63 area. If we see that capitulation below there, you do have a main support at 59. So that 59 could be the hold up point compared to the 1 hour chart. But I think the step up right here, it's going to be a while till we see another step up on time. I think we're just have to cool back down, probably reach around 52 again. And then that's where we can start seeing a launch point. So on the short term right now for time, the two areas I'm going to be keeping an eye on is either the first drop, most likely will be around 59 to 58. And who knows, that could be the launch of the next step up to 86, or we're going to be seeing that capitulation down to the negative 236 right here at around 53, 54, and then the movement up. But one of these capitulations is going to be the case. One of these is going to be the bottom, I think. I don't think we're going below the 236 at 53. I don't think we're going in the negative 5. I think we're going to be working our way down to one of these support areas, either the main support at 59 or the negative 236 here at 53.75. And then from there, we'll be working our way towards another lower high. But as you can see, the lower highs, even though they're lower highs, they're really quick movements to the upside. They're not gradual. They're run, cool down, run, cool down, run, cool down. So I'd be looking for that quick run off one of these support areas, off either 59 or 53. And then we'll see that another quick run up and then the slow bleed out. So I'm going to be bearish on time, but those run ups could be very profitable if you do longs and shorts. So let's keep an eye on that. So I'm going to take a quick look. Let me jump back to BTC real quick. So here we are, BTC. I was saying earlier, I'm looking for the capitulation down to 13,014.5 towards the end of the month. We go to the 4 hour chart. We're going to look at the short term on BTC. I don't like charting BTC in the short term because it's such a manipulated coin, but we'll give it a try. I mean, BTC's pretty much been the same price since November 10th. So what I'm thinking is going to happen here is pretty soon. Remember that long consolidation we had on BTC right here? We consolidated around the same price, saw that capitulation down to 15.3. I think what we're going to see is that long consolidation until the end of December, and then that drop down to around 13,000. And I think that 13,000 to 14.5 will bring the bottom for BTC. So short term right now, we just got to keep an eye on that drop down for BTC. Until then, I think we're just going to be bopping around the same price. I don't see a breakout to the upside for BTC right now until we see that last capitulation. You did, Quant. Thank you. Cool. So short term, once we start breaking down, the first stop will most likely be this 15.428, which is the main support. We break below that. The next stop's 14. And then people are talking about 10K. I just, for some reason, can't see 10K. If we do get down to 10K quant or 10K BTC, I will probably sell a lot of my NFTs and buy a whole quant or a whole BTC. So if that happens, I'll be a BTC. Well, I hold BTC, but I'll be a holder of a full Bitcoin. But I don't think that's the case. I think what we're going to be seeing is similar to what we had from June all the way till November, but on a shorter time frame, and then the capitulation down. And then from there, I think that will start being the rise back up. So I don't see us breaking above 20,000 BTC until we see that capitulation. I think 14,000 BTC is closer than 20,000 BTC in this time frame. What's up, peoples? Welcome, Mr. Andy Walk. So Casper's up 1% at 2.9 infinite supply. I've gone over infinite supplies and how to be cautious or why to be cautious. I mean, Ethereum's an infinite supply coin. Circulating supply is 10.5 billion, 316 million market cap. All-time high is $1.33 a year ago. All-time low is 6 months ago at 2. Let's see. Okay. So Casper right now, we're on the 4 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour real quick. Short-term time frame on Casper. We recently got a sell signal right here earlier today. RSI was overbought. And the MACD, I hate how it gets so small. I have no idea why it does that. If anyone knows, let me know. Every time I go on a chart, the MACD gets all effed up. The MACD is about ready to flip bullish. So what I'm going to be keeping an eye on here for Casper, let me draw some fibs on this real quick. Okay, here we are on Casper. So Casper right now is having a difficult time getting over this resistance at 3 cents. That 3 cents is a psychological number. Those round numbers are very psychological numbers in crypto. With the indicators being so overbought like this, I'm going to be looking for that capitulation back down. You can see last time we were overbought was on December 4th back here. We were overbought on the RSI, WTX, and the MACD was bearish. And then we ended up dropping all the way down to 2.8. So what I'm keeping an eye on here is, yes, we technically are in a very small uptrend with consolidation right now. On Casper right now, I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down to this main support at around 2.9. If we break below 2.9, I think the 786 is going to be the next stop, or the 618 is going to be the next stop at 0.28. You can see it's a double support, has the main support, and it's the 618, and this has been holding us up previously from the December 7th. It held us up here, excuse me, December 9th, and it was a very heavy resistance when we were below it here in November. So this is a very volatile area for Casper. Let me actually pull up an indicator. I think it might be one of the main volume areas as well. Yeah, the main volume area is where we're currently at. But for Casper right now, I think a push down to the 786 is going to be the case here at around 0.28. Four-hour chart. Yeah, even the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down to that 618 here at around 284. I'm going to be bearish on Casper here. You can see we are putting in lower highs. So we had a high here, lower high here, lower high here. Then most likely we'll do something like this, put in a lower high here, lower high here until we get down to this main support at 2.7, and then we can start reversing back up. So this is kind of what I'm going to be keeping an eye on for Casper. Yo, Mr. Andy Walk, welcome back to the OG club, brother. Welcome. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys supporting me in this bear market. Channels like mine don't do good in a bear market. You guys are the ones that are sticking around and will benefit in the longer term. Hopefully. Best time to buy is now. I don't know why people aren't doing it. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm seeing for Casper here. I normally don't do longer term predictions, but it's such a repetitive pattern going on right now. So you can see this down, up, down to that support, up. Yeah, so this is kind of what I'm seeing all the way down to this 2.7. And then from there, that might be the main bounce point. And we'll check that. But who knows? I could be wrong. I mean, I'm just a guy drawing lines on the screen. Yo. We're charting crypto on a Saturday night. So I did osmosis, Chef. I don't know if you were on for that. I did osmosis earlier. YouTube keeps ending my subscription after a month. Stupid YouTube. So where are we looking at? We looked at, let's go back to the Discord. Let's see what people are requesting that I haven't looked at. So we have Aave. So Aave right now is down 0.3 at 61.25. I think Aave is going to be a pretty good long-term hold. I don't own any of it, but you can see max supply is only 16 million and most of the coins are in circulation, which is great. It has an 870 million market cap. All-time high in this bad boy was $661 at the top of the bull run. And the all-time low was 2 years ago at $26. So even if they put more coins in circulation, you can see the max is only 16 million. There's a good chance that we could reach this level and overtake it in the next bull run. If you think about it, it's $61 now and the high was 661. That's a 10x just reaching that previous all-time high, which normally coins reach and overtake their all-time high. And you can see this is a highly ranked coin, 48, so it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. So there's a good chance the next bull run we will break $661 on Aave. So right now I think this is a pretty good buy for Aave. Even if BTC capitulates one more time and this thing drops down to what, 40, 50, $40, I still think $61 would be a good buy on Aave in the long term. So Aave, let's see. Oh, we were in an uptrend. I was completely wrong in that prediction. Let's see. So far in this bear market, let's see how low we've gotten so far. So the lowest we've gone so far is 46. So we've gone down to $46 on Aave in this bear market right now. You can see the main volume right now is currently at 57. We're on the 4 hour right now. Let's look at the 1 hour and then we'll look at the 4 hour. So Aave right now looks like it had a 3 top drop top, even though the tops are a little bit higher. The 1, 2, 3 drop. As of right now, RSI is pretty low. WTX is starting to descend though, so we're having a little bit of a differential right there between the WTX and RSI. MACD, of course, for some reason it always gets small. I have to blow it up every freaking time. The MACD is about ready to flip bearish. Actually, it is bearish. We do have a red candle right there currently. So for Aave in the short term, I'd be keeping an eye on this main support area at around $60. $60 would be a very psychological number because it's a round number. Round numbers are psychological. So something like this could be the case, but I haven't drawn any fibs to back that up yet. So let's draw a couple fibs on here. I'm actually going to draw a larger one first. Bottom the top right here. Yeah, look at that. We're not going to have to draw any more fibs off that. You can see that 382 is sitting right on top of that main support area for Aave. So there's a good chance that that's going to be the bounce right there with the indicators being as low as they are. You can see the RSI is low. WTX is starting to head down, hopefully getting a buy signal. I think we're to be seeing a decent sized move here for Aave once we hit this double support at $60, and then we can see another run up here. I don't think we even stop at a couple of these resistance areas. I think once we hit that, we'll be seeing a large run up, possibly to this main volume area around 64 or higher. You can see last time we were up in this area around $64. The RSI was extremely high. The WTX was extremely high. The MACD was extremely high. This time it's reversed. So this time we have a lot more moon juice to blast through there. So I think Aave in the next couple of days or earlier this next week might be seeing a decent sized movement up, at least back to these highs to test this main resistance at around 65. But short term right now, I think we got to keep an eye on that 382, which is the double support at $60. So I don't see Aave falling below $60 here anytime soon. I think that's actually gonna be the bounce that pushes it higher. So from here, that's a possible, that's not that much. It's a possible 0.9% drop. And if we drop there and run back up to these highs, that would be a 8% move, which is definitely doable. Yeah, you can see we definitely bottomed right here. We've been working right back up. So yeah, Aave is looking pretty bullish. I'd just keep an eye on that double support right here, and then the continuation up on Aave. Crow. Let's look at Crow. Chronos. Wow, they changed their logo. The Crow's down 1.2 at 0.6, so 6 cents, 30 billion total, 25 billion in circulation, 1.6 billion market cap, 96, top of the last bull run, a penny 4 years ago. Yeah. Wow, look at it. Went all the way down to 5.6. That was during all that FUD that was going on for Crow. Shit the bed real hard. If we consolidate in cents. So we've pretty much been bopping around the main volume area, it looks like, with random attempts of trying to break out. Short term right now, you can see the WTX is at 0. RSI is pretty much neutral as well. MACD looks like it's about ready to flip bearish. Yeah, MACD is looking like it's about ready to flip bearish. But you can see that, where's that line at? So there is a support area that's not currently on here. I'm going to draw it. You can see there's a support area right here at around 6 cents, 6.1. So what we could be seeing here is a rejection off the main volume area. I'm gonna blow this up so you guys can see it, because I know quite a few people watch on their phones and they have smaller screens. So what I'm going to be looking for here is a rejection off this main volume area at around 6.4, and then a push down to the support. I don't think it's gonna be a hard candle down here. I think we could catch a wick all the way down to 6.1, and then from there working our way back up. But eventually, I don't think Crow's gonna be going back down to 5.8. This was during all the FUD. Everyone's saying Crow's insolvent, it's going down. Even I was saying that. I mean, there was a ton of FUD going on. Obviously that didn't happen. So there's a good chance that Crow might rally off this. I know you saw the huge capitulation from the FUD, and before that, I mean, look at Crow was pretty much ranging between 10 cents and 16 cents for a long time. So it might not be a bad idea to pick up Crow long term if you're a spot holder, because there's a good chance we could return back to those previous prices and continue that consolidation up here. It's only down here because of that FUD that happened. But short term right now, let's keep an eye on a drop down in the support at around 6.1. I don't think it's gonna be a candle. I think it's gonna be a wick. That's on the 4 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour. Seems like it's back on track. I thought there was going to be a big drop, ended up not having. I did check BTC. I did BTC twice. I did BTC at the beginning, then I did BTC like 4 or 5 coins ago. Yeah, as of right now, it looks like we're bouncing off the 786 as well. Actually, we broke below the 786. Is this an accurate fib? 1 second. Yeah, that's at the bottom there. That's at the top there. Yeah, we broke below the 786. So I'd be keeping an eye on that 6162 Crow for a continuation. As of right now, it just looks like it wants to move sideways until we break back up. I think longer term though, Crow is going to return back up to those higher prices. This is just due to the FUD right now. And eventually once the FUD fades and people forget about it, Crow will most likely repump back up to the $10 range. But I'm going to be honest right now, it just looks like Crow's ranging. I don't technically see any pump or drop right now. Indicators aren't looking super bearish or bullish. So right now, I wouldn't try longing or shorting this coin right now if that's what you're kind of looking for. I'd kind of just let it do its own thing right now. Yeah, I just see it moving sideways. Showing support for my fellow crypto educators. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Drinking a beer after a wet day in the woods. Didn't see a single deer. Still enjoyed it. Yep. I love that, man. I go hunting too and just sitting out in the woods, you know, not even seeing a single thing, man. I'd rather do that any day than, you know, something else. I haven't been able to get out though in a while, unfortunately. And the season ends at the end of December, so I still have some time. Saw a bunch of turkeys. API 3. Quick sec before that. Oh yeah, we're making bank on BNX right now, guys. So if you're part of the Discord channel, I went over this at the beginning. You know, last week we were pretty much spamming BMX and YFII. My Discord kind of turned into a longing and shorting Discord. It seems like, but we're printing money. I mean, we're making some good money on some coins here in the Discord. Yeah, that is a fantastic drop right there. Let's jump into BNX real quick, because I know I'm making some decent money off of it. I don't know if anyone else is shorting it. I know Chef's shorting it. I have not done Solana yet. I will do Solana soon. Yo, we finally got that breakdown for BNX that we've been looking for. We haven't even printed a buy signal yet. We're not even oversold on the RSI. So this is the 1 hour. Yeah, so we're looking good. We're looking real good right now. We're actually in uncharted territory. We are in uncharted territory right now for BNX. We break $50. It's Armageddon. We break $50. It is Armageddon for BNX. Let's see, bottom. Yeah. If we break $50, we're dropping down to 34, baby. We're around 450% up on BNX. And well, you're about to be a shit ton more, man, if we break below 50. So if we adjust the fib to the previous high, in the shorter term things, it does look like we have a 1618 here at 45. So this is kind of what I'm looking at. If we do break below this 52, we'd probably see some sort of volatility around 45 and then eventually capitulate down to 35. But BNX is looking like it's done. It's toast. This will be the next Luna. Next FTT. And you can see all these fib areas. So 45, and we'll probably do some sort of weird shit right here where people get liquidated, people buy in, and we see some scam pumps. But if you bought in up in the 60s, you're safe. You're safe. You're golden. Ride this fucker all the way down to zero. Part of my language. Yeah, man. Congrats. Might be the most profitable one in a while besides FTT that we've been in on the Discord. So keep an eye on 50. 50 breaks, next stop's 45. And if you're not in BNX, it's not too late. I mean, let's just do a short-term time frame and see what would be a good opportunity to get in at these current levels. So I know people are probably like, oh man, I missed the boat. You didn't miss the boat yet. This thing still has to go all the way down to zero. We're at 50. So right now you can see the main volume area, the large volume area is around 52.75. That's where we consolidated. So I would kind of keep an eye on that 52.75. Even though we wicked all the way down here to 50.40, there's a good chance we could be coming up to test the 786 once again at 52.31 and throw a wick up here. So I think around 52.75 to 53 right now wouldn't be a bad entry on BNX if you're not in it. That's not financial advice. That's just my personal opinion. If I wasn't in BNX right now and I wanted to get in BNX right now, I'd put a buy in order at 52.75, $53, and then try to catch that wick. Because I think what we're gonna be seeing is a back test of this support that broke and throwing a wick up here. And then that's where we'll start seeing the heavy movement down. So never too late. I mean, this thing still has to go down to zero. You could still be making some mad money off of it. So BNX, extremely bearish. We were talking about it before it shit the bed this much. So if you got in early, congrats. It's still not late. It's still not late. You can still make some money off this. You can just see the main volume area in the short term. The next main volume area is around that 52.75 to $53. So that's what I'd kind of be hoping for, is a retrade or a pump up to the 786 at 52, throw a wick back up there, catch that, and then shit the bed down to the 1618 at 45. Yeah, Chef, you're sitting good. Hopefully you put some decent money on that thing, because you're going to be making some mad dough. So API 3 1 hour chart right now, we're pretty much bopping around the main volume area. This is a decent sized move to the upside after this downtrend we had. We invalidated this downtrend on December 8th. We are currently overbought. You can see we hit the main volume area. We printed a sell signal. RSI printed sell signal, and we did flip bearish on the MACD. So if we draw a fib on this general area right here, so API 3 right now, you can see there's a main volume here at $1.45. I don't think that's going to hold. We did print that sell signal. I think what we see now is a retracement cooldown period for API 3. Most likely down to around the 382 area at around 140. I just don't see us breaking above this resistance. Maybe we'll have one more attempt at it, but then I see us coming down to this general area right here. Hang on, let me look at the 4 hour real quick. Yeah, 4 hours, similar case. Looks like we might test that $1.48, but for API 3, it looks like we're going to be seeing a slight pullback, at least down to the 382 at around 143, 140, before we see it work our way back up. You can see in the longer term, however, we have a bottom here, we have a bottom here, we have a bottom here. So if you, in the longer term, it's bullish. In the longer term, we could be seeing a bounce right here and then gradually working our way up to this resistance at 165. So in the longer term, it's bullish. Shorter term, I think we're going to be seeing a pullback on API 3, but towards the end of December, it's looking like, you know, 165, 175 will be the price to beat. I like the snow. Thanks. I try to be semi-Christmassy. I mean, I could have thrown a Santa up there and everything, but that was too much. Don't want it to distract from the charts. Road Dog Crypto. So let me get back to the chats where we are. We did API 3, Kava next. So wow, Kava's up 17.8% at $1.03. Small circulating supply. I mean, 345 million compared to other coins that's small. 304 million market cap. Look at that. It looks so manipulated right there. That looks so manipulated. Yeah, that is being heavily manipulated right now. All-time high is 912 a year ago. All-time low is 2 years. Let's look at this thing. We're just ranging right now. Kava's bouncing off 779 and then bouncing off the resistance here at 96. So it's kind of looking like we're working our way back up to 96 here. Even the indicators are very, very similar. You can see we tested 96 here, went down to this main support at 79, went back up to 95, went back down, went back up, went back down. I think we're going to be going back up. Even the indicators are showing the same thing. So Kava right now, without drawing any fibs on it, I'm going to be calling watch out for 96 cents. I think that's going to be the case here. Now let's draw a fib on it and see what's going on. So Kava right now is holding up at the 618. We definitely have momentum to go upwards, and similar to the pattern that's been going on, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. And this is definitely a rhyming pattern going on right now. I mean, patterns don't last forever, but I still think this is going to be working its way back up to the main resistance at around 96 cents. That's kind of what I'll be looking for here, is a bounce off the 618, work its way up to the 382, bounce off the 0.5, then working our way up to 95, 96 cents. So, and then from there, that might be where you short it. Then you short it there, ride it all the way back down to the main support at 79, and then rinse and repeat till we get a verification that the pattern has been broken. But the pattern has not been broken yet, so the pattern is still valid. So that movement up to this resistance area at 95 looks like it's going to be the case. And then once we hit that 95, I would put in a short. I would put in a short at 95, 96, and try to ride that bad boy all the way down to 79. And it actually plays out fast too. I mean, where's this? The bottom came in on November 28th, and then it topped on December 4th. And this came in on November 21st, topped off on November 23rd. So only a couple days in that trade, you could be in and out, in and out, in and out, and be printing some mad money. So if we did get in on a short up here at 96 and wrote it down, that's 16% drop from the top that we could get in. Imagine putting 20x leverage on that. Short term right now, if we got in right now, bouncing off the 618, that's still 8.7% up to 96 cents. You can see we're not hard candling up to 96 cents. We're throwing candles up there right now, or we're throwing wicks up there. So we hard candle, then we throw a wick real fast. Hard candle, throw a wick real fast. You know, that's the people who, when it gets up here, people are like, oh man, we're shorting it. We're high, we're shorting it. They short it, and you know, it's manipulated. They throw that wick up there, liquidate them, and then we shit the bed. So that's kind of what I'd be trying to catch right there, is that wick. You know, possible the 382. Once we start breaking 382, we could throw a wick up there and then start shitting the bed back down to the support at around 80 cents. So I think Kava's just going to continue this pattern until it's broken, and until it's confirmed broken. So there's really no reason why I would say it would do anything different right now. I think that's what we're kind of looking for Kava. So BNX we went over BNX, man. There's still opportunity to make some money there. There's still some opportunity to make some money there. I know we've been talking about a while and people are getting liquidated on it, but you just got to catch it right. Try to catch those wicks, limit orders. You know, all it takes is one good catch, and you can ride that bad boy down to zero. I'm manipulating it. I have big bags. That's almost as bad as earlier in the year when Chef was manipulating BTC with his BTC bag. I love when people teach freely. Definitely will mention you on my channel. Keep it up. Oh, sweet. Thanks, man. I'll have to definitely check your channel out. Appreciate you stopping in. Do I like LSS or is that ISS? What is that? Oh, lossless? I don't know much about lossless, but lossless is up 2.5 at 15.6, 100 million max supply, 58 million in circulation. Very, very small market cap. So could definitely move up quickly if it survives the bear market. You can see the all-time high is $2.61 a year ago. All-time low is 6 months ago at 10 cents. If you would have bought 6 months ago, you'd already be up 48.2% on your investment by just holding. This coin's currently available on the following exchanges: KuCoin and Gate.io being the top. Oh, lossless looks like it had a reversal right here. As of right now, though, you can see the WTX did print a sell. We are overbought. Even the RSI printed, hey, it might be a good time to take profit. MACD hasn't flipped bearish yet, but we're about ready to have a bearish crossover. So I personally, this is not financial advice, wouldn't be investing in this coin right now. I'd wait for these indicators to cool down. That's on the 4 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour chart real quick. Yeah, 1 hour chart, you can see we were overbought for quite a while on the RSI, and we're starting to see that crash come in. Printed sell signals several times. MACD is about ready to flip bearish as well. So I would be waiting for a retracement on this coin. First retracement most likely will be down to this main support around 14.5 for lossless. Let's draw a fib on this and try to dissect it a little bit. Yeah, so lossless had a hell of a time getting over the 236 right here. Finally broke it, and that's where we got the sell signal. So I'd be keeping an eye on that 236 right there. You can see if we do break below this 236, there's a couple gaps we have to keep an eye on. There's a volume gap right here at the 382, and there's a volume gap from the 618 down to the 786. So if we hit these general areas, we'll see some quick movement on the coin. I personally would be keeping an eye on a retracement down in the main support area at around 14.5. I don't think this 382 is going to hold up as a support at all, just judging by the low volume gap right there. I think what we're going to be seeing is a break below the 236 and then a drop back down to, excuse me, around 14.5. That 14.5 is going to be a double support. You can see the 618 is sitting just below that main support area. So there's a good chance that could be our bounce point. We really don't want to fall below the 618 right here. We fall below the 618, there's another huge gap that needs to get filled, and then would we retrace all the way down to 14. I personally don't think, and I don't feel like we will go back down to 14 anytime soon. Indicators just need to cool down. We're overbought. So a cool down back down to the 618. I definitely see that being the case. You know, the WTX would most likely retrace back below zero. RSI would retrace back into a reasonable level. MACD would play out its bearish scenario. So lossless right now, I'd be keeping an eye on a capitulation, or not a capitulation, but a steady drop back down to around the 618 area at around 14.5. That still would be bullish. I mean, technically that still would be bullish because you did not put in a lower low. You had this decent run up, you put in a low, make another run up higher, put in a higher low. So this is just the start of that reversal. I mean, you actually reversed right here on November 29th. But short term right now, let's keep an eye on a pullback for lossless. Okay, so I'm all caught up on the chat. Let me check the Discord. Yep, all caught up on the Discord. Well, I have to do arc block, ABT. Yeah, let's look at ABT. So ABT is up 1% at 10 cents. Another good setup for possible big gains in the bull run if it survives the bear market due to the low market cap and low circulating supply. I mean, there's 186 million coins that could be put in circulation. There's only 98 million right now with a 10 million market cap. The all-time high was $1.65 4 years ago. So the first red flag is all-time high was 4 years ago. Why did it not make an all-time high in this previous bull run? And that's most likely, let's see, max was when you normally see that, that's due to the initial coin launch. You know, a lot of coins initial coin launches have the big pump, big dump, and that's exactly what happened here. And most likely there weren't that many coins out in circulation, and you can check that by comparing the price to market cap. So if we just bop these around back and forth, oh, looks like they didn't. They put a little bit more coins in circulation. You can see the deviation from there, but still there was a lot less coins in circulation back here, so it was easier to reach higher prices. But I mean, where was this? June, July. I mean, we didn't even come close to making an all-time high in the last bull run. So that's kind of a red flag to me. So why did it not? So I'm not going to do research on this. I don't own this coin, but if this is a coin that you're holding, definitely do research and try to figure out what was going on or what's going on with this coin. Because as of right now, we're continually in the lifespan of this putting in lower highs. And even in a bull run, we didn't even come close to making a higher high. I mean, we had May 2019 at 57, and what we topped out in November 21, which was November, we were only at 19 cents. I mean, that bull run didn't do anything to this coin. So I would definitely do your research on that. I would stay away from it personally, just off that general data, just looking right here. But let's jump into the charts. Okay, so let's jump into this bad boy. Yeah, so as of right now, this thing's just been consolidating. I mean, you could have bought this back in November of 2022 and you'd be at the exact same price right now. You actually could have bought it back on November 9th and you'd still be the same price right now. This coin really hasn't been doing much. I personally wouldn't hold this coin long term. I don't know what it does or anything like that. I mean, I'm just looking at the technicals of it. I mean, this thing could possibly cure cancer and I wouldn't know it because I don't know anything about this coin. But short term, but just looking at the data, I wouldn't hold it. But let's do a short term TA on it. We're actually going to draw a larger fib on this. Larger fib, you can see we're starting to move pretty high on the RSI. We had a decent sized movement back up. WTX is still neutral. MACD is still bopping around neutral as well. You can see we don't really have we have large movements every now and again, but normally it's just this tight consolidation. I don't think we're gonna be seeing another large move up like this on arc block anytime soon. Short term right now, I'd be keeping an eye on the main volume area at around 10.7 cents. Could we go back up to this, what is this, the 0.5? Definitely. You can see there was a lot of bopping around there, but when you are below a main volume area, it acts as pretty heavy resistance. When you're above it, it acts as great support. And as you can see here, there is a main resistance below this main volume area. So this is kind of just pushing us down and keeping us under the water right now. So I'd be just keeping an eye on this battle at around 10.67, 10.75 for just some sort sideways consolidation. I need to learn to slow down when I talk. I just trip over my words. But yeah, I don't see a move like this anytime soon. I mean, I'm honestly surprised this happened. I don't know how that must have been a pump and dump right there. Because I mean, RSI was neutral. WTX wasn't showing any signs of a takeoff, and the MACD was neutral as well. So that was a pump and dump right there. Yeah. So arc block, I would just consider it consolidation right now. I don't see any breakout to the upside anytime soon. I'd be focusing on this double resistance area right here in the short term. So 1062 and the main volume at 1068. We get over 1068, then we can be like, yay, the main volume is now our support. Similar to right here, you can see that main volume was acting as fantastic support for us because we were above it. Similar to right here, we were above it and it was acting as fantastic support, but we're below it right now. So it's going to be battling to keep us under the water. So let's just keep an eye on this general battle zone right here of around 1068 and 1060 for arc block. Or not, yeah, it is arc block. So with that, guys, I'm all caught up. Who wants some more coins charted? If not, actually, we have to look at Solana. We have to look at Solana. I am still bullish on Solana. I mean, everyone's bagging on it, but man, this thing, if this thing survives and we get in at 13, because I got in at 11. I got in at 11 and 13. The only thing, remember, I cautioned infinite supply coins. Terra Luna was an infinite supply coin, and you saw when things went south, all they did was mint a shit ton of coins, which drove the price down. But Ethereum is also an infinite supply coin as well. So, you know, weigh them out. I'd always play cautious to infinite supply coins. Definitely look at the utility of the coin and everything like that. Because if things go south, they can mint a ton more. But I'm still bullish on Solana. I mean, even if it doesn't reach the all-time high, again, of $259, if it reaches $130 in the next bull run, that's a 10x from the current price. A 10x from the current price, which I can see it easily doing. Solana's still surviving, still developing. I follow Solana on Twitter, a bunch of different media accounts. I'm constantly doing research on Solana, and everyone's bagging on it right now. But if it survives this and comes out, we're going to be looking at this thing being like, man, why did I not buy this when I was at $13 when it's back up to, you know, 130, 200 bucks? Could it possibly go to zero? Yeah. I mean, any crypto can go to zero, but I'm taking the risk on Solana here. This is, I think, fantastic price. Even if BTC shits the bed one more time and goes down to around 13, you know, I think it's going down to 13 to 14.5K. This would most likely drop down to, you know, $11, $10, possibly $8. I'd pick up more Solana. I mean, if I lose my money, I lose my money. That's part of the risk factor. And right now, I think it's a fantastic buying opportunity. It's a little bit more riskier than some coins, but I still think Solana's going to be around for a long term. Solana is actually looking like it's in a bullish pennant right now on the 1 hour. Let's just take a general look at this. I guess I can say it's a bullish pennant just to fit the narrative, right? I guess, yeah. Got the pull right here. Where's my drawn tool? There we go. We got the pull right here. This is very similar to what YFII is doing right now. So YFII had this pull right here, the consolidation, the drop, and then just started consolidating. And eventually we're going to get squeezed very tight between this 13.84 and bullish pennants. 85% of the time they're accurate. And that's when we start seeing liftoff. So as long as BTC doesn't shit the bed and this thing continues consolidating sideways, I think we could be seeing a movement up here on Solana pretty soon, guys. I know down here 10.9, we've pretty much been bopping around $13 for Solana for a while now. So who knows? We might break out from 13 and never come back. But short term right now, let's just be realistic and do a TA on this. Was that a bullish pennant? I mean, you can take it for what it is. Okay, Solana right now is being held up by the 618, which is fantastic. Bad part is we are below the main volume area, which is sitting on top of the 0.5. You can see we have broken above that. Let's actually zoom in a little bit closer so you can see it. We have broken above it, but we haven't had a full body candle. This one was super close, but you can see as soon as we broke out of it, we fell right back below that main volume area. We didn't even wick up to the 382. RSI is pretty low. MACD, you can see MACD isn't doing shit. It's just pretty much the same level. WTX is pretty much neutral at 0. The thing that I'm going to be looking for here is this RSI. This RSI is looking great for a move to the upside. So what I'm going to be keeping an eye on here for Solana is a movement back up to this 0.5 area at around 1365, 1375. I think my dog sees a deer. He's barking at it. And if we do break above that, you know, we have that 382 right here. But as of right now, we technically can say we put in a higher low. Could be seeing something like this, possible breakout. But I'm going to be keeping an eye on that general. I guess I'm going to call it a bullish pennant. I mean, it is what it is. It's touching 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Has to touch at least 3 points to count. Because you could draw a point to point, you know, 1.2 point, but that's not accurate. If it touches 3 points, it's accurate. So you can use it. So it touches 1, 2, 3. This one right here, that one right there only touches 2. So we have to wait for it to come down and touch 3. But as of right now, that's what I'm kind of going to look for Solana. Is consolidate inside this pennant right now. So we could be seeing some volatility to the downside, testing that volatility to the upside, but I think we're going to be seeing a general consolidation around the 382 area at around 1375 for Solana, and that's going to be the breakout point. So I think this is going to be the general consensus for Solana. If it continues this way, as long as BTC doesn't shit the bed is what I'm saying. If BTC can continue staying around 17,000 doing its thing, then there's a good chance that Solana could be seeing that breakout. So this is kind of what I'm seeing. That's looking like a bullish pennant to me, guys. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like. 4 hour could actually look better. Yeah, man, that's screaming bullish pennant to me. So I'd be keeping an eye on that breakout to the upside for Solana around the middle of December. So December 15th, that would bring up what, middle of next week, end of next week. Today is what, the 10th? Yeah, so around the end of next week, we'll have to keep an eye on Solana here to see if it is actually going to break out to the upside. If we saw Solana, like if it's around December 16th and we saw Solana break above the 236 at around 13, I wouldn't enter a long on Solana until it broke over $14 here. Broke over 14, that could be the goal point right there. But I'm going to be bullish on Solana. ABT is interoperability just like Quant. Oh, okay. So it's competing with Quant. I feel sorry for it. But that's just because I'm a Quant holder, I guess. Kind of bias. Oh boy. Oops. Actually, let's see what's pumping. Okay, osmosis, we went over that. Axie Infinity's up 4.5. Actually want to jump back over here. I have a decent sized position on this. Yeah, Wi-Fi still looking pretty good. My liquidation price is at 1342, so hopefully we don't hit that. I'm actually going to draw a line there so I remember when I'm looking by myself. Horizontal line, 1342. Smack that there. Make that orange. I'm going to get, watch, just because I did this now, I'm going to get liquidated. Yeah, that's what we're going to keep an eye on. For me anyways. I just wanted to make sure I was below this area right here. I want to make sure I was below 1397. You can see this was a bullish pennant that played out as well. We had, similar to the coin we just charted, similar to Solana. You can see we had a huge upwards movement. That's consolidation, capitulation, and we had this very, very, very tight consolidation all the way until today. I mean, if we zoom in here, this thing was, I mean, look at these candles. That was just boring price action. That is just tight consolidation until we got to the peak. We saw that breakout up to the main volume area. And then we fell right below the main volume area. So what I'm kind of looking for here is, yes, we are back above the 0.5 right now for YFII. We are in this general uptrend, I guess you could say. So YFII looks like 14.75, 14.8 could be the case, and then a movement to the upside. At least I hope. Because I mean, if this thing makes another, because YFI runs, when YFI runs, it runs. And if we see another large run on this, I'm going to be sitting good, especially with me shorting BNX. And if YFI runs, man, I'm going to be printing money. That's kind of what I'm focusing on right now is BNX and YFII. You can see, yeah. That's the previous run, the big drop. Uh-oh, it disappeared. And I'm just doing some research on YFI right now. My own personal use, I guess. I guess I should talk over what I'm doing. Just looking at the lifespan of this and seeing the price action through the past. Seeing if there's any similarities to where we're currently at right now. Only similarity that I currently see right now is this right here. You see the run up, tight consolidation, and the step up. Just seeing if I can see any patterns or events like what's going on right now. So I can get a general feel of the repetitiveness, because I mean, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, guys. So yeah, it kind of looks like we're doing something like this right here. Oh, that is that. So where are we at? So we're at broke 50 on BNX. Did it break 50 on BNX? Is BNX going lower? Oh man. Down we go. We haven't even printed a buy signal yet either. Ouch, 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 ouch. We did print a buy signal right here. 30-minute, we printed a buy signal. Last time we printed a buy signal on the 30-minute chart was right here. Then we had this run up. I don't think that's gonna be the case though. I mean, we printed one right here, had a run up. We printed one right here, had a run up. So let's keep an eye on that little run up right here. And that run up might be a good opportunity to get in. I mean, the last 1, 2, 3 buy signals on the 30-minute chart had a run up after it. And we currently just got a buy signal right now. So let's keep an eye on a run up, a slight run up, and then a capitulation after that. Because you can see we ran up, capitulated, ran up, capitulated. Yeah, man, BNX is just printing money right now. Just printing money. Oh, it looks like it wants to reverse right now. Yeah, 52.75. I mean, that's where I'd put a buy-in order and hope that you get a wick back up there. Otherwise, this thing's about ready to dump. This thing's about ready to go Armageddon style, drop that nuke. Sweet. So let's look at H bar. H bar up 0.2% at 4.8 cents, 50 billion max, 24 billion. So about half the coins are in circulation with a 1.2 billion market cap. I'm bullish on H bar in the long term. I just think there's better coins to make money on, but I definitely see what H bar is used for. And I think this would be a long-term hold. Long-term hold, this would be fantastic, but I'm trying to make it in the next bull run. And I don't think H bar would be the coin to try to make it in the next bull run, but long-term, this would be really good for like a long-term 401k investment type deal. All-time high is 56 cents at the top of the last bull run. All-time low was 3 years ago. Ooh. Man, I was in the car for 4.5 hours today. Where are we at? What am I doing? Okay. Look at those wicks. I don't like looking at that chart. Let's try a different one. Where are we at? We don't want that. Don't want that. I guess we're gonna have to go off of we're gonna have to use this. Man, that's just an ugly chart. It's not an ugly chart as in and it's bad, but just look at the candles. I just don't like how they look. They're just okay. So H bar right now, we're still in this downtrend from, where's this at? November 22nd. Yeah, November 22nd started this downtrend. So we put in a high here, a low here, a very small lower high here, a lower low here, a high here, lower low here, lower high here. So if history does repeat, which it doesn't do, but it does rhyme, I would say this is the recent top, and we're to be looking for another lower low. So that lower low would bring us down to this main support here at around 4.5 cents. So gradual bleed out down to, oh, we're on the 15-minute. No wonder why those candles look stupid. Oh, that's a bad word. I can't say that. Sorry. Same principle applies here on the 4-hour chart. Having a difficult time getting over the main volume area. Since where I talked about on November 22nd, we had the 3 top drop top, it looks like. 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, drop top. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for that retracement down to this main support at 45 cents, not 45, 4.5 cents for H bar. Longer term though, you can see where we're at. No, maybe not. Okay, so there's 2 different scenarios going on here for H bar. Either we're going to retrace back down to the main support at 45, or we're going to bounce at 47. So I'd be keeping an eye on 47. If we do break this uptrend right here, if we do break the uptrend right there, the next stop would be 45. I would more likely than not bank on it going back down to around, I don't know why I'm saying 45, 4.5. WTX isn't overbought yet. It hasn't printed a sell signal, but if you just look at the general pattern of it, we've pretty much been touching the red, and that starts the retracement. We're pretty much at that red area right now. The RSI isn't super high, but if we just look at this past history, this is a general area where the RSI has been topping out before we started retracing. And if we just look at the MACD isn't about ready to flip bearish yet, but the MACD really hasn't been going over this general height as either. So all 3 of these are reaching a general top in the recent past. You can see this is the general area we've been topping out in the recent past. So I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down from H bar, and I don't think this uptrend is going to hold. I mean, this technically is an uptrend, but But if we break below 47, the next stops would be not 47, 4.7. The next stops would be 4.5. More likely than not, I'd be keeping an eye on 4.5. Bam, right there for H bar. Hello. EGLD. Multiverse Elron. Is this the right one? Hang on. Yeah, we're not doing wrapped. So EGLD is up 1% at 45.66, 31 million max, 23 million in circulation, 1 billion market cap. All-time high is wow. All-time high is 545 a year ago, top of the bull run. All the way down to $45 now, down 91%. It's crazy. All-time low was 2 years ago at $6.51. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Yo, this is a good uptrend we're going on right now. Trying to figure out what I'm trying to do here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. This would go down here like that. Okay, so as of right now, this is kind of what I'm keeping an eye on. Yeah, I need to fix this. There we go. Okay, so as of right now, we're above the 236. Looks like we're having that slight pullback here, and it looks like we're going to be bouncing off around that $45 range here for EGLD for the short term. I'd be keeping an eye on this general uptrend area, something like this, until we get up to this main resistance at 49.50. So I do think this is going up to around $50 here in the short term. Unfortunately, I don't know what this pattern is called. It's some sort of upwards wedge. Not soup. I don't really use it that much. I know bullish wedge, bearish wedge. Well, this is an, I don't know if you know, put it in the chats what kind of wedge this is and if it means bullish or bearish. But as of right now, I think we're generally going to be consolidating in it until we get up to this main resistance at around 50. So this is looking pretty healthy right now. And as we get in here, it's going to consolidate and move up and down really rapid until we get up to the 0.5. Indicators right now, RSI is kind of high, but I do think I think we're going to be entering that overbought territory. This does do it. You can see we did enter it early in October. WTX hasn't printed a sell signal since November 22nd. We're pretty high on that as well, but we're not really tanking back down. MACD is, I don't know why it's so small. Pretty much neutral. Yeah, we're a little bit bearish there, but I'd be keeping an eye on a pullback down to around 45 and then a movement up to around 47, pull back down to 46, movement up to around 40 or 49, and then working our way up to 50. I think this thing has a good chance of going on up to $50, especially if we do this healthy growth right here with the general consolidation on the upside and upwards consolidation, I guess you could call it. We can't fall below this volume area, otherwise it's all over. But I think this is gonna be the general case right now, up to $50. I'm gonna call $50 as the top. Let me just put a bam. That way when I come back and chart this, I'll know what I called and see if it's accurate. But as of right now, this is what it's kind of looking like. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, BNX does not look good at all. I mean, good if you're shorting it. PYR, please. Yep. Okay, what is PYR? Vulcan Forged. Okay. I checked out Osmosis earlier in the stream, but I'll take a look at it again. Because I kind of forgot what I said about it. Yet. So Vulcan Forge is down 1.2% at $3.17. 50 million max, about half of that's in circulation with a very small market cap of only 75 million. All-time high was around $50 at the top of the last bull run. All-time low was $1.16 about a year ago. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Well, not Osmosis, Osmo. Okay. You just... Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's a 1 minute. That's why. Okay, so PYR right now, we got to be keeping an eye on this breakout point, which is around December 12th. We've just been bopping around the main volume area here in the short term around the 1 hour chart right now. So let's draw a fib. There is a fib on this right now. I'm going to delete that. So as of right now, that 382, and we're going to zoom in a little bit closer here. The 382 is sitting exactly on top of the main volume area, and we keep bopping above it and below it right now. So I'd be keeping an eye on this main support area at $3.14 for the short term. If we break below 314, this triangle that I drew is going to be broken. But as of right now, I think what we're going to be seeing is some tight consolidation between this general area until we see a possible breakout to the upside or downside. Indicators are looking fantastic right now. You can see the RSI is extremely low. We haven't been overbought since November 21st. You can see every other time we've tagged this general area, we've had a quick run up to overbought. So we tagged the bottom here on November 28th, which is right here, ran up to overbought. We tagged the bottom right here on December 2nd, gradually moved up to the overbought. We tagged it right here on December 8th, ran up to the overbought. We tagged it back here on November 26th. You get what I'm saying. So more often than not, every time we're at this general level on the RSI, we see it moving to the upside. So this could actually initiate the breakout point up to around $3.40. So that's just something we have to keep an eye on here for PYR. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. And it looks like the rhyming right now is bouncing off this general area where we're at and moving to the upside. And you can see, similar to every time we're down in this area on the WTX as well, that grows up to a sell signal. So as of right now, I'd be keeping an eye on a bounce off 315, and that could be our go point. How high can we go? I mean, we're super low right now, and you can see previously we've had huge run-ups and we've had decent sized run-ups. So it's really hard to say how high we will go. I would just be keeping an eye on the fib levels of the 236 at 325. You have the 0 here at 340. You have the 236 here at 350. One of these is going to be the top if we have that breakout to the upside. And as of right now, this is kind of looking like cup handle breakout. So I think this coin might be having a breakout here pretty soon. It's looking bullish. I'm going to have to be bullish on this. I'm going to have to be bullish on this in the short term. Am I going to be, am I right? Who knows? I'm going to actually put a star right here. So if I ever come back and chart this, I'll know what I predicted. Kind of looks like cup and handle with a possible breakout to the upside for PYR right now. So PYR is looking bullish. Yeah, I did this. Is this the one you're talking about? Look at that. Yeah, I remember this. Look at that Scamwick, man. That thing ran up to 521. I honestly think if this is the coin you're talking about, it's a better shorting opportunity. You can see, look at, we haven't had moves like that since, I mean, I don't know how old this coin is. How old is this coin? June 2021. You think it looks like a good long opportunity? I don't know, man. Indicators are screaming short, about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI entered take profits and starting to tail back down. If you look at the past, we normally don't see large run-ups like this on this coin. What I think should be happening here, we are doing some consolidation on the 618. It's putting a bull flag on the 1 hour. Yeah, I'm on the 1 hour right now. What this is, I've talked about this several times on my channel. When you have large run-ups like this, it normally retraces back down to the 50% area. Then you start seeing that slow bleed out back down. The reason for that is the people who bought in down here sell the top, and the people who buy in at the top are like, oh shit, the price is going down. And it retraces back to the 50% range, which is the 618. And the reason it retraces back to the 50% range is because you have the people who bought in right here who are up a couple dollars or down a couple dollars, and they're hoping to catch another run up or run down, you know, a run up to, you know, get some more money. But what normally happens is we just consolidate around that general area, and people get bored and start selling it for possible small loss. And that's where we start that retracing back down to the 786. So I don't know. You could be right. I mean, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying short term right now, I'm going to have to be bearish on it. I'm going to be calling it retracing back down to the 786 at around 9.7. Hey man, you could be right. Maybe we'll just keep a close eye on this and see where it goes. Man, imagine getting in right here at 87 cents and then longing it and selling at $5.14. Holy crap. It's nuts. Okay, guys, with that, I have time to chart one more coin tonight. Who wants the last coin of the night to be charted? So a couple of takeaways from tonight. BNX is looking like it's about ready to shit the bed and go to zero. If possible, around $52.75 would be a good possible entry for a short right now. Solana's looking pretty bullish. In my personal opinion, that's what we're kind of taking away from tonight. We're also taking away that I'm into YFII, and that might be a stupid move. Not stupid move. I mean, I'm still up on it, but I have a pretty large capital position in YFII. And we're pretty much just waiting for BTC to crap the bed. BTC's just been consolidating sideways. Yeah, but I think YFI, I think YFI is going to move up. Yeah. Holy shit, chef. I'm looking at in the Discord right now. You were just printing money. Okay, guys. So, hang on, where am I at right now? Am I lagging in the live stream? Yeah, so we are keeping a close eye on this. We were talking about this all last week, guys. Shorting BNX. Yeah, I think one of the best chances to possibly still get in on BNX is watching for that retracement up to this volume area at 52.75 and getting back in. If you're not in, that's not financial advice. I just think this main volume area might be a good opportunity to get in before we absolutely shit the bed hard on BNX. Similar to every time we've printed a buy signal, like I said, we have not printed a buy signal yet, but once we do, usually every time we see that decent size run up on BNX. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. Is 52.75 and then a retracement. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight and supporting the channel. Thank you for the super stickers, and thanks Mr. Andy Walk for becoming a member once again. I appreciate you guys supporting me in a bear market. Really hard doing channels like this in a bear market, but we're getting through it, man. And you guys are the ones that are going to benefit from it in the long term, not just from my channel, just from being in crypto in a bear market and continually buying at these low prices. You guys will reap the rewards come the next bull run. So just hang in there, guys. It's sooner than you guys think. Just think one more capitulation on BTC is going to bring in the official bottom, and then from there it's just holding on, making some money. So with that, guys, I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you join my Discord channel. I'm on there daily. Great group of people. I talk on there a lot, give a lot of good signals, a lot of good TAs on there as well. The link is below in the description. I'm also starting to try to use my Twitter more, so I believe that is also in the link below in the description. If not, it's on all the other videos I posted. So with that, guys, I'll catch you guys next time on Charting Crypto. Appreciate you all.